morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are neither, wherever you are in the world. I'm Rambling Rusty Elm, and this is Rambling with Rusty. Last time on Rambling with Rusty, we got, we did a couple of delves, but prior to that, we got started on the Somerset zone, and the original plan was to get back into doing Somerset today. However, today is day 1 of update 46 and subclassing. So we are going to spend this episode exploring the subclassing mechanics a little bit more. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Your reputation precedes you. I have heard the tale of your conflict with Moloch Ball. Your sacrifice to save Tamriel. Impressive. Now perhaps you wish to take the next step. In your travels you have honed your skills. But a wealth of magical and martial disciplines exist across Tamriel. I have walked many paths. Learned many things. I will show you how to teach yourself. How to open yourself up to the ways of the Ardent Flame, the learnings of the Grave Lords, how to wield curative rune forms or grasp the balance of the green. All these, and more, are possible in time. Very well. Before you begin your tutelage, what disciplines would you like to discuss? There are many to choose from. The study of the high arcane, the duality of light and dark, perhaps, or the powers of the natural world. The might of beasts, the fury of a volcano. The natural world is not to be denied. Do you wish to know more about the mysterious nature wardens? Or champions of the green, like the mercenary, sharp as night? Wardens have perfected the art of calling for... Hold the disciplines you wish to study in your mind. Feel their power in your heart, and reach out with your thoughts. The path...
Okay. So, what do we want to try and pull from? I personally hate Dragonites, so I won't ever be subclassing into a Dragonite character. See, I could bring... No, I don't think I want to pull that one. see, I could do storm calling, but as an arcanist, I want something that's going to work with my... Let's see, living death. Yeah, no. You know, honestly, I think Animal Companion is likely to be the one that works best with, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with the Animal Companion. Okay. We'll pull that off. Let's see, I need to be ranked 12 in that skill to get that.
An excellent choice, Snow Shira. Your chosen discipline will inspire new adventures, new modes of thought. I envy the start of your new journey. Your choices today will not be your last. There is always something to learn, always new disciplines to explore. Go now, adventurer. Journey into danger.
Alright, so we have our new skill line. It says dive can now be morphed already. Wow. So let's take a look at that. Wow, it went straight to level 4. Let's see. If you're more than 7 meters away, you set them off balance. Increase your weapon spell for 100, which quadruples after damaging off balance targets. Well, I don't need... Actually, that gives us a dot. $693 points a second. Versus an extra 100. It seems like that's the right way to go. Okay. Well, that wasn't as, didn't take as much effort as I thought it would. I expected a full-on tutorial quest. So I guess we will head over to Somerset after all. No, it was Arteaum is where we were going. That's Cold Harbor. Why do I have something going on in Cold Harbor? Oh, that's right. I got a quest I need to turn in up here. I think I need to go to the inn here, but we'll find out. Yep, at the inn. Grundskar.
So much death and destruction. I don't know why I'm surprised. I never expected Cold Harbor to be a walk in the snow. More sad news, this wretched domain is full of it. Still, it's better to know what happened to Natira than to wonder what fate befell her.
We get to
Yes, my vision dream speaks true. You are the one my mistress seeks.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to him. Although, actually, there is a prologue quest for Somerset that I haven't done yet.
Good quality there.
Okay, Somerset, Arteaum.
And there was no sign of Lathan. I don't know whether to be grateful or concerned.
We'll find him, Val. Now go check on the Pearl while I speak to our new guest. What a rare honor Valcerin bestowed upon you. Only a select few not of our order have ever walked upon this sacred island. Val tells me your aid was indispensable in uncovering the false Aldarc's plot on Somerset. Unfortunate, certainly. The magic you describe sounds familiar, though I can't quite recall where I've heard of it before. I fear the pearls may be a harbinger of the threat Sothasil warned us about. Sothasil, one of the living gods of the Dark Elf Tribunal. He's an honorary member of our order. After an attack on his clockwork city, he warned us about a Daedric threat to Somerset and Arteaum. I sent Valcerin to investigate. Indeed. But not until we finish studying the Pearl Valcerin brought us. There are mysteries to unravel, and Val believes you will be instrumental to our success. We can get started immediately, unless you want to explore our island first. The next step involves a thorough examination of the strange pearl you and Valcerin recovered from beneath the Shimmerine Monastery. Hopefully, we can learn more about the false Aldarc and the source of the pearl's magic. We are the Psijic Order, friend of Valcerin. There is very little we cannot accomplish through the application of the old ways. Every object remembers its history. The trick involves selecting the correct ritual to reveal those buried memories. While I head inside to begin the augury ritual, I'd like you to go to Sotha Seal's study in the tower, find my acolyte, Oriandra, and ask her for Sotha Seal's amplification elixir. We may need it if the pearl proves to be resistant to our magic.
Okay. There she is.
You must be the adventurer that Valcerin was going on about. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to our secret island. Oh, I suppose you already talked to the Rite Master, seeing as you're here in Kapora Tower. That strange pearl has certainly been reluctant to reveal its secrets. The Rite Master hates it when an inanimate object refuses to cooperate. Regarding the amplification elixir, I just cataloged it. It's a Sotha Seal creation, as you'd expect. What? No, not in the traditional sense. He's not one of our monks, if that's what you're asking. More like an honorary member, I guess you'd say. According to my records, as soon as the pearl arrived via
Was Oriandra able to direct you to the proper elixir? Just in time. For the next stage of the ritual, if you have no objections, I'd like you to join us. Your experiences alongside Valcerin might help reveal... We'll handle the magic. You pour the elixir into the scrying pool and stand close. As the ritual's power amplifies, your experiences with the Pearl and the false Aldark should help the... We want to discover the origin of the Pearl and its strange magic. In addition, anything we can learn about the false Aldark and his connection to the Pearl would be helpful. Otherwise, we'll pour the elixir into the pool. That should provide the final boost we need to trigger the augury.
Here we stand, the most favored servants of Clavicus Smile, Mephala, and Nocturnal, on the verge of the greatest victory for our princes.
Are you sure those creatures can be trusted?
Have no fear. Isn't that why we formed the Court of Bedlam? Besides, what happens next in Relenthiel will seal Somerset's fate.
That was unnerving. It seems the false Aldark belonged to an alliance of Daedric cultists called the Court of Bedlam. Imagine, the faithful of Clavicus Vile. No, but I'm hardly an expert on the Daedric cults of Tamriel. The magic I sensed in the Pearl, though, it doesn't contain the taint of oblivion. We're missing something. But what? I suppose we'll need to... I hoped you'd say that. Relenthiel sits to the west of Shimmerine, just across the mountains. I'll send Valcerin with you to talk to the Cannon Reeve. The false Aldark may be dead, but Mephala's and Nocturnal's agents remain, as well as the Pearls.
Alrighty. Here's the portal. Let's see. Need to head back here because there are, of course, sky shards and side quests that need to be done on the way.
Seeking a
here's the
sip
first
of...
one.
Headed to the famed Russefeld winery, traveler. Well then, it seems I'm not the only one who'll be disappointed today. Old Halimorian's been offed by those wood elves. Won't be any... Just... Indeed. Until they find a suitable third investigator, the Juris Reeves and Revelators are left to sit on their hands. Nonsense. Why not go lend them a hand? They'll likely just tell you to go jump into the sea.
Oh, nice. What did you find?
An examiner's quorum needs 3 members. You both know this.
Not this again.
It's not just superstition, Soraville. We need outside perspective.
So, what?
And just like that, Oriel provides. Greetings, Caraval. I am Chief Juris Reeve Tarnamir of the Divine Prosecution. Or at least I was, in the long ago. I know this is unorthodox, but perhaps you'd be interested in helping us. As you can see, a murder took place here. My protégés, Lorne and Soraville, came to investigate, but I fear they may lack perspective. The particulars of this murder... Forgive me, I'm getting ahead of myself. They need fresh up. You would take on the duties of the Adminan, the listening eye. An auspicious role. The Adminan serves as the fulcrum, balancing competing theories. They also collect evidence, interview suspects and the like. What do you... I thank the divines that you've agreed to help. This murder weighs heavy on all of us. The victim, Halimorian, was not well liked. Many locals may lift a glass to his passing. But the assassin, the Ghost of the Green, that's altogether different. Better to ask Lorne about it. Capturing the ghost was her obsession for a time. The fact that he's returned does not sit well with her. I can say no more. I don't want to prejudice your impressions. The Adminan should bring a fresh perspective. They're the most gifted investigators I've ever trained. Soraville has keen eyes and solid instincts when it comes to reading people. Good at finding pressure points, you know? As for Lorne, she has a mind like a dwarf. For Lorne, logic is an art. She's clinical in her sensibilities, precise. Many of us have come to rely on magical inquiry to solve crimes. She relies on her wits and intuition instead. Of course, this case presents... Lorne and Soraville drifted apart shortly after they caught the original Ghost of the Green. It's a complicated matter, not my story to tell. Suffice it to say, this case cuts deep, and Lorne...
So you'll be joining us. Good. Call me Lorne. No need for flowery titles. We Altmer have too many names already. I'm glad you're here. Outsiders often make the best adminins. A fresh pair of eyes will be essential here. More essential than usual. It's a long and depressing story. One I'm not keen to recount. For now, just know that whoever murdered Halimorian took great pains to make it look like the work of the Ghost of the Green. A killer that Soraville and I apprehended decades ago. The Ghost always left a signature to let us know it was him. He killed each victim with a single wood elf arrow to the heart, then laid a fern over the body. The fern is here, but the shot was sloppy. And the arrow is of High Elven make. It's odd. I need to examine the body in more detail. Can you do a sweep of the vineyard? If you find anything, blow this whistle. It also might be worth questioning people in town. They'll be more forthcoming with an outsider.
What do you want? The Revelators already questioned me and cut me loose. I just want to be here if something exciting happens. You don't? The Ghost of the Green has returned. Zen's avenging champion. Of course it's exciting. These Longlegs thought they executed him years ago, but now he's back, ready to dole out Deepwood justice. New around here, eh? Halimorian was a sap-ass dandy, slapping wood elves with one hand and groping them with the other. The Ghost of the Green just did what the prosecution wouldn't. Good riddance. Murdered? No, executed. Executed by a righteous hand. Just have a look around, outsider. I'll bet my horns you'll find evidence of misdeeds. This was a long time coming. Hopefully it put these other long-legged prigs on notice.
It really is too bad about Halimorian. I told him he shouldn't be so free with his politics. It's a different climate now, after all. You have to watch what you say around people. On the upside, it's good to be rid of a rival vintner. Oh, darling, you're a bit late to the party if that's why you're here. I already submitted my statement to the Revelators, and my alibi is thrice confirmed. To be honest, the only reason I'm still here is to find one of my servant girls. Yes, a charming young wood elf named Farrell. I only recently brought her on. She used to work for the late Halimorian, but there was some kind of incident. I don't know the details. According to my other servant girl, she often came back here to visit the friends she left behind. She'd attend Bosma suppers, midday revels in the grape fields, that sort of thing. I encourage my girls to take time for themselves. Within reason. Aren't you a cherry blossom? That would be lovely.
Ah, you come to babble with Babblebrook? When came the killers? I had a look. Babblebrook knows what Babblebrook sings. Why can't you make sense of things? A ghost did bring the vintner's end, but even wraiths can have a friend. Don't you see? Death comes in twos. Friends and killers both win and lose. Killers and killed are two, it's true. So near, the source of fear. But Babblebrook babbles too long, it seems. Best make haste, or we'll hear more screams.
Another find for your pack.
Another body. Delightful.
Oh dear. Blood on her hands and blouse. But no slashing wounds. This doesn't fit the pattern. The ghost always kills with a bow. This was spur of the moment. Unexpected. Maybe she fought back.
Why do you insist on puzzling these things over like an femme? You know the death memory ritual. It's a simple...
Enough, Soraville. You know that's forbidden. Admin, look around and see if you can find the source of this blood.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to bring us to the end of today's episode. When we come back tomorrow, we will continue on with our investigation. Until then, I'm Ramblin' Rusty Elm. Have a good night, and don't forget to stop and smell the roses.